Hello, hello. So, I like to get on these lives to talk about health, talk about wealth, talk about raising consciousness, and also to get out of my comfort zone. But apart from that, to see how I can help out, how I can do my part for humanity. And it's interesting how when you go on this path of sharing your light, becoming a light worker, a light warrior. I don't like to call myself a light worker. I like to call myself a light warrior. So I got on this path. I received my awakening process. I started this awakening process, I would say, in about 2015, when I went into deep depression. I couldn't find happiness in my life. I couldn't find meaning, man. I couldn't find meaning in my life. And I wanted to feel. I realized that I was like roaming around in this little circle and doing the same thing all over again and all over again. And I couldn't find meaning. I couldn't find happiness, man. And I started on my journey, and I really didn't know what this was that was going on. I knew there was something, but I couldn't figure it out. I just figured I was just depressed. I was under antidepressants. I was eating terrible. My diet was, my way of eating, my lifestyle when it came to eating was terrible. It was full of sugar, full of caffeine, full of alcohol. I didn't use any drugs because I've never been a drug user. But I guess I was a drug user in a sense where I was addicted to food. I was addicted to doing things that didn't align with me. And this is why I was feeling the way I was feeling, because I was doing things that weren't aligned with me, with the person that I was supposed to be. I was doing things based around what everybody else was doing around me. So it left me in a bad state of mind, man. And I guess I'm coming out on this video, on this live, to express my thoughts and the way my life has turned around, man. And like I guess in a way I wanted to communicate the fact that today I'm feeling like I need to go back in. If anybody is watching this and can relate to this, maybe you can drop a comment. And just if you've participated in meditation, and if you've made that part of your practice at some point, I'm sure you can resonate with this, in the sense that sometimes you realize that you've gone out too much. You've gone out to the physical form too much, and you're in this physical world too much, and it's time to go back in. It's time to meditate and come back in and connect with yourself in a deeper level. And I guess the only people that can really resonate with this is people who have actually felt this, man. Or maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that anybody who's listening to this can resonate with this and see and understand what I'm saying. That we all need to go out, but we need to come back in too, to who we are. We need to quiet the mind. We need to quiet those thoughts and all that craziness that's going on inside of us. to the point where the thoughts are, they start diminishing and diminishing and diminishing to the point where it's just you and your breath and yourself and God and those beings. And so I don't know if you can resonate with this, but this is where my path has led me. And I talk about money here. I talk about helping people raise their income and helping people raise their quality of life. But raising your quality of life has to do with several aspects, not just money, not just spirituality, not just health. If you lean over too much to one side, then you're missing out on the rest. And life is about this balance. And I guess that's what I wanted to talk about today. The fact that we need balance. That sometimes we are out too much and we are in this physical world too much, and we're paying attention to everything that's around us, and we get that brain fog, that we don't have that mental clarity, man. And sometimes we need to stop. We need to stop and just be with ourselves, be in a quiet moment with ourselves where we get to just be at peace and be in stillness, man, in stillness. And if you've never experienced what stillness is, I have been in deep meditation, and it just takes you to another level. And some people don't even know what meditation feels like. They just feel like, okay, I'm not going to sit there and just, be in my thoughts. You see, what happens in meditation is that you start off, and yes, you are in your thoughts, and it's okay. People think that they need to get out of their thoughts. What happens with meditation is that you get in your thoughts. Your thoughts come in. You're sitting there, and your thoughts do come in. It's not about ignoring the thoughts. It's about receiving the thoughts. Okay? And I like to use my meditation in a way where I put a sound, a frequency, which I can always go back to. I think that's called transcendental meditation. I don't know. There's a name. There's a name for it. I don't really like to, label anything. I like to just go with the flow and understand what works for me. I try different things, but I get to the point where I notice what works for me. Whatever name is given, that's just what a human has given that. The name that a human being or different human beings have given that, and it becomes an understanding. But in reality, it just is what it is. So during that meditation, little by little, when you start meditating and you start going in, you start to go more into that meditative state. So you go into your thoughts, but then you get to release them and go back into that sound. And when you go back into that sound, into that frequency, little by little, the more you do that, you start to get away from your thoughts. It doesn't happen from one day to the other. But it does happen. But it's about consistency. And we are way too stuck in this outer world and these bills and our problems and we have way too much mental fog, way too much mental unclarity. We don't even know who we are, man. We don't even know who we are. We don't even know how to be happy. We think happiness is maybe buying something or whatever it might be for each one of us, but true happiness is actually, in my opinion, is in peace with yourself and in laughter and in peace of mind, in internal peace, internal tranquility. That's where true happiness is, where you get to actually be you in peace, kind of like I am right now. I am in peace speaking and releasing. My inner being, my higher self, is actually allowing me to relay this message and speak and maybe help someone else out that has so much brain fog, so much mental fog, and realize that it's okay and there is hope for all of us. There is hope. There is hope for all of us to be happy. There is hope for all of us to be successful. We all deserve abundance. We all deserve abundance in every aspect of our lives. But in order to get there, I feel that we need to quiet the mind. We need to just really quiet the mind and just have, try to make some time for ourselves and just to be quiet. And we don't know how to do that. We don't know how to be just calm in our own in stillness. We really don't. Every time we do that, we feel uncomfortable. So like one of my mentors, my spiritual mentor said, Sadhguru, if you're alone in a room, and don't quote, I'm not going to quote exactly what, but if you're alone in a room and you feel bad or you feel awkward, then you're in bad company. So what does that mean? If you're in bad company and you're alone, think about that, man. We all need stillness. We all need to get to the point where we have some quiet time, because we're stuck in this brain fog, man. Stuck in these problems and these situations and whatever the media is saying, whatever we think we need to be for somebody else or for society or our bills or responsibilities. But when we realize that when we go back in and we get more and more mental clarity, when we go more into stillness and we get more of that mental clarity, we can come out again. So we go in and then we can come out again to society, to humanity, to this outside world, and face this outside world with a different perspective, with a different way of expressing yourself. Because now you're coming from your true self, from your true identity, from who you are, man. So again, like I said, I like to get on these lives. I want to share my light. I want to share my story, myself, man. This is my mission, man. I just want to raise quality of life for myself and maybe help others, man. And this is where I'm at. If this resonates with you, give me a shout, man. Send me a text, with the word help. Send me a text with the word help at 786-344-0408. I want to be able to guide people and help people, not only with spirituality, but with their health. Health has to do not only with food or exercise, how people see it. Health is about self-love, self-awareness, and happiness. It has to do with relationships, how you're doing in your relationships. Well, we think health is all about food and exercise. Oh man, it's much bigger than that. So, I want to be able to help, and I can give you my ideas, my way of looking at things. But first, I want to listen to your life and see what your life is about. What is going on in your life? And because my life is not your life, you get me? It's two different lives. It's two different worlds. Every mind is in its own place. And nobody listens, man. No, but does anybody sit there to actually listen to you? Does anybody do that? We have conversations, and when we have conversations, I'm trying to tell you what I think, and you're trying to tell me what you think. So in reality, most of the time, nobody's listening to each other. Does that sound familiar? because that's usually how it is. Everybody's just trying to get their point across. But that's not the way it's supposed to be, man. You know, we're supposed to have an interaction and be able to listen to the other person. Be there, actually. Be present and listen to the other person. And I'm guilty of that too. I'm guilty of speaking too much. I'm guilty. And I think I'm more guilty of that because I'm always trying to help. I'm always trying to help. So sometimes I speak too much, man. And I need to get better at listening also. But I promise you I will listen, and I will listen to whatever's going on in your life, and I will give you my thoughts, and I will give you information. But in the end, what happens is that I just want to lead you back to yourself. I want to help lead you back to yourself and what you need to be doing in your life, because what works for me might not work for you. But it's, no matter what I say, it's always going to help you get to where you need to get to. Only you know where you need to get to. But you need to experience different things and listen to different things and have somebody listen to you. Really listen to you and where you're at in your life. So like I said, you know, send me a private message, send me a DM if you're on IG here. If you're listening on YouTube, you know, write a comment. Or you can always text me at 786-344-0408. Send me a text with the word help. Send me a text. If it's about money, it's about your finances, send me a text with the word money. If it's about relationships, send me a text with the word relationship. Whatever it might be, what I've gone through in my life and my experiences, and what I've learned in the past few years, because I've become conscious and aware, being that I've become conscious and aware, and I've been able to listen, to truly listen to people who have helped me in my life, and I've gone through such a huge awakening in my life. I feel and I know that I can help somebody else out in their lives, because that's where I'm at. This is my mission now. This is where I'm at right now, and I just wanted to share this message with you. And I wanted to come from, I wanted you to see where I'm coming from and what I've gone through and what I'm feeling right now at this moment. So hope this resonates with you. If this resonates with you, please hit that like button. Comment, man. Say something, man. Send me a text, whatever it is. I like to know that I'm here, man. That I'm alive. That people are listening. That it's really resonating with somebody. That I'm making a difference, man. That's all I want. I just want to make a difference while I'm here. I want to share my light. I don't want to leave this earth knowing that I could have done something for people and I didn't. You know, that I didn't do my part, man. This is why I'm here. I want to do my part for humanity. So, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hope this resonates with you, man. And I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm going to keep on doing this because this is my mission. So, talk to you guys soon. Have a blessed day.